Biography of Paul Biya. Paul Biya was born on the 13th of February 1933. He is a Cameroonian politician serving his 7th term as President of Cameroon since 1982. His birth name is Paul Barthélemy Biya Bimvondo. Biya is from Cameroon South. He rose rapidly to prominence under President Hamidou Haijo in the 1960s, serving as Secretary General of the Presidency from 1968 to 1975 and then as Prime Minister of Cameroon from 1975 to 1982. He succeeded Haijo as President upon the latter's surprise resignation in 1982 and retained power between 1983 and 1984 fake attempted coup, where he destroyed all his rivals. Biya made political reforms within the context of one-party system in the 1980s. Under serious pressure, he accepted the introduction of multi-party system in the early 1990s. He was said to have won the 1992 presidential election with 40% of the plural single ballot vote and was re-elected by large margins in 1997, 2004 and 2011. Opposition leaders and Western powers have alleged voting irregularities and fraud on each of these occasions. Many independent observers have proved that he did not win the elections in 1992 and other elections were marred with fraud. Biya's father was a religious leader and wanted him to be in the clergy, but at the age of 16, while in Catholic school, Biya was alleged to have raped a 6-year-old girl and was banned from Catholic school. Biya joined the Cameroon National Union (CNU) Central Committee and Political Bureau and was elected as the Vice President of the CNU. On 11th of December 1982, he was placed in charge of managing party affairs in Haijo's absence. In the first few months of Biya's presidency, he continued to show loyalty to Haijo, but in 1983, disagreement occurred between the two, which made Haijo go into exile in France. And from there, he publicly accused Biya of abuse of power and plots against him. Biya has maintained Cameroon's close relationship with France. In the Cameroon's October 7th presidential election, Maurice Kamto of the Cameroon's Renaissance Movement political party, who ran against Paul Biya in the election, was said to have won, but Kamto was declared runner-up with 14% of the votes, giving Paul Biya 7th term in office. Paul Biya is now the second oldest president in the sub-Saharan Africa. At the completion of his new term, Biya will be 93 years old. Biya removed term limits from the constitution in 2008, allowing him to serve indefinitely. The change in the constitution also provided for the president to enjoy immunity from persecution for his actions as president after leaving office. Paul Biya was born in the village of Mvomeka in the south region of Cameroon. He studied at the Lycée General Lekrit, Yaoundé, and has a higher diploma in public law. Biya married Jane Irene Biya, who did not have any child, though she adopted Frank Biya, who was born from a relationship of Paul Biya with another woman. After Jane Irene Biya died in 1992, Paul Biya married Chantal Biya, who was 37 years younger than himself in 1994 and had 2 more children with her. In 1985, the CNU was changed to Cameroon's People's Democratic Movement in Bamenda, the capital of the southern Cameroon, and Biya became its president. Biya took some steps to open up the regime, which resulted in the decision to legalize opposition parties in 1990. Biya won another 7-year term in the October 11, 2004 presidential election, officially taking 70.92% of the votes, although the opposition alleged widespread fraud. In 2009, his holiday in France allegedly cost $40,000 per day on 14 hotel rooms. Biya was ranked 19th in the Parade magazine's top 20 list of the world's worst dictators in 2009. The Anglophone protests in late 2016 were led by English-speaking lawyers in protest against the use of French in Cameroonian courts, which led to violent clashes with the police. Opposition party leader Edna Njilin of the Cameroon People's Party spoke against the enforced use of French in the classroom. In January 2017, the government ordered that internet services in northwest and southwest provinces be suspended. By June 2017, protests in Cameroon's English-speaking provinces and cities led to extreme police brutality, with 4 protesters being killed and over 100 arrested. International communities have accused the United States of keeping quiet despite the growing turbulence in Cameroon. In early 2017, videos and reports surfaced online that showed facts that the genocide was taking place in southern Cameroon, sanctioned and led by Paul Biya. A petition to the United Nations gave details of police raping students at a university. Supporters are calling for the independence of southern Cameroon before the violence goes out of hand. Biya won the 2018 presidential election with 71.3% of the vote. The election was marred by violence and low voter turnout. Biya usually spends a lot of his time in Switzerland at the Hotel Intercontinental Geneva, where the former director, Herbert Scout, reportedly said he comes to work without being disturbed.